I fucking love Stitch. Stitch from Disney, Lilo and Stitch. I love that Stitch too, but this Stitch is awesome. This Stitch is incredible. I love Stitch. Let's get to the video.
There is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, I'm Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I am going to go into Stitch. I think this is probably the earliest I've done a 7011 toon that was a freebie toon, like ramping them up so fast. In quite a while, I might be completely off, but I read the kit, then I heard a lot of things, WRL broadcast. Check out the podcast, they're doing the Lord's work. And I heard about her ability to possibly neuter Specter, and I was like, well, let me look at it. I read the kit, thought that kit was going to be good, but I was still like, I wanted to be on Cheshire. I really wanted Cheshire. And then I start playing with them. And by the way, if I mess up the pronouns, give me a second. I'm trying to pause on it to be sure to respect the fact that Stitch is non-gender conforming. So I'm going to respect that because representation matters. And I love the fact that they are in the game, but it's going to take me a minute because sometimes I want to say she or he when it is not either of those, it's they. So got to be respectful, and that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to try very hard not to mess up the pronouns. So in any case, sorry going on about that. So yeah, they have been incredible to use in this like specific scenario that I'm talking about against Specter. And it's just kind of funny to see Specter actually like just hit for like 600. You know what I mean? Like 600 in damage. Like he's not a factor when Stitch is on your team. And it's like, in fact, it seems as though the AI specifically targets Stitch because it knows that Stitch is the biggest threat. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just get into Stitch. I did, however, I did it. I went ahead and got all those gems. And I have to say I used about a good 5,000, 4,000 just for the rings on Stitch alone, which rings are expensive. Going 7011 is expensive. I don't know if I've told you or if you guys know this, if you've seen my beginner's guide, I don't know how long you've been with the channel, but like from level 0 to 60 to gear up to 6010 is 4,000 gems. From level 60 to 70 to go from gear 10 to gear 11 is also 4,000 gems. So it gets expensive, and we've had a lot of mystics come through lately. So I got the gems. However, I'm also kind of running out of toons that I want to take 7011, which is kind of a real concern for me. I'm going to work on Ultraman taking him 8011, but it's not really like there aren't a whole lot of options left for me that I'm willing to put my resources into. So Stitch, let's go ahead and get it. I like both skins. I don't know which one I liked more. I like this one a lot, but it's just the Titans uniform. So, but I do like the skins, both of them, just getting right into the kit. New kid, special damage, and 3 int downs on a single enemy. 60% chance to use new kid again, which honestly is good when I take them 7011 or L4. I would love to go like RB1, honestly. And I'm trying to check for the other one ahead of time. I think the A1 will be the one that I take, the last legendary point I'll take, and I'll explain the other ones in a bit. Chlorokinesis, overheal on all allies. I mean, when I said medium overheal, the overheal isn't great right now, but of course I only have it like 6 out of 9. And so it's not a fantastic thing, but I'm not really too worried about the overheal. I mean, it'll be nice. However, there's a weird thing in their kit that makes me like, I didn't think it was written the way it was. I'm just going to get to it. The legendary point is gain in awareness and apply awareness on the target, which is nice. But it's only like 2 awareness out there. If it was for the whole team, I would definitely have gone for it, but it's not. It's just on 2 of your team members. So, hero. This is the Specter killer. The Specter neuterer, because he's not gonna die per se, but it makes it hard on him. Damage, special damage, and 7 int downs on all enemies. Those 7 int downs loom large. And then apply buff immunity on all enemies. That's a 2-turn buff immunity, which is one of the most irritating things about Punchline's kit is when that buff immunity goes out and then you can't ramp anybody. And so if you're laying down basically essentially 8 debuffs in this scenario, then Specter's either going to be just bogged down with a bunch of int downs, or bogged down with a bunch of int downs and unable to ramp, unable to give himself, intelligence or whatever. So, and that is not just on him. That is also for your Black Adams. That's also for your Trigons. That's also for your Lex teams. If there aren't that many Lex teams running around anymore, but still, any special damage toons, when you put that many int downs on them, plus a buff immunity, they can even ramp to get past the buff immunities that are on, like to get past the int downs that are there. So like, it effectively just neuters special damage toons. Good student. Passive ability, gain int ups. I think 8 int ups. I think that's at the end of their turn. I'm going to have to be sure to check on that. And then reduce the cooldown of hero to 0. I did not think that was what it was, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't think it would literally make the A3 just have no cooldown. I thought there was something miswritten or something that was wrong. No. If you run Stitch on auto, all Stitch will do is use the A3. That's insane, right? And that means that for those toons that want to buff heavy, you keep buff immunity on them. And for those toons that are special damage, you keep enough int downs on them to effectively just stop them from being effective, to stop them from doing any damage, to make them so much more susceptible to special damage. Like, it's incredible. It's absolutely nuts. It might be, it's already in my top 5 of abilities. Hero, well then mixed with the legendary point from the A4, P1. It's one of those, it's an awesome ability. Sorry, I absolutely love it. Class President, passive ability. If Stitch has over 10 int ups, 100% chance if I have that ringed out, a 91% chance to apply New Kid to random enemy at the end of their turn. So Stitch will use New Kid, and then if I had that other legendary point, it would hit twice, 60% chance to, and then start battle with 2 awareness. They target Stitch, okay? They really target them, and so you want to have that awareness up at the start of battle. And you'll see, I don't even know if I have a video of it because I have several videos. I don't even know if I have a video of like how blatant it is, just like target Stitch, period. So anyway, that is the kit. I'm gonna go ahead and get into the videos. Be right back. So here we are, Chapter 8, Heroic Campaign, Final Node with Stitch, which honestly, because of, and this is kind of this may be some of you don't even want to take the legendary point on the A3, because then it kind of becomes a problem because you don't use anything else if you put the match on auto. So I actually had to take it off of auto so I could see like the animations for their other abilities, which there aren't any. But I was like, okay, well, let me just check the other abilities. So we have the overheal right here, which is, I don't even know if that was 10%. And then I guess if I add more to it, I guess it'll be a little bit more than 10%. Who knows? But I'm not really too concerned about that. And this was me like trying to check on something. But then I tried to use the A1 to see if there was any animation. That A1 does do solid damage. But because I've reduced the cooldown of the A3 to 0, you're only going to use the A3 if it's on auto. And look, and honestly, the A3 did a lot of damage too. The AoE attack did do a lot of damage, and that's because there's a lot of int downs out there and a lot of int ups on Stitch. So we have here, I was curious about trying to take out one of those typical Atrocitus teams. So we're trying to go first here, which is going to be Martian Manhunter and then Brainiac. Then Penguin to reduce their turn meter, and then I wanted to see, and also, heads up for you guys who may not have Stitch L3, L4, whatever. I have Stitch L3 right now, beast, but they were a beast at L2. Once I was able to lay down all those int downs and the buff immunity, Stitch still did their thing, okay? So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get into it because I kind of wanted to see, or what I was trying to do was get all those int downs on the Specter to see if it effectively just takes him out of the game, see how much damage he does, and watch the damage that happens when Specter has all these int downs on him. Absolutely, so much fun. Anyway, so reduce those turn meters. Stitch has the, 3 awareness. Oh yeah, because of another awareness from Brainiac. Bunch of int downs and buff immunity, which also effectively neuters Supergirl. We like to see that. He just did like what, 600 damage there, Specter did? So nice. So very nice. I love it. All right, so then who are we gonna stun? And that's the thing too. I wish I hadn't stunned Specter. I wish I just let Specter keep rolling so that we can watch him just struggle through all of this. Absolutely adore it. Ugh. I know, so you can see like the last legendary point I took was reducing the cooldown of hero to 0, which might have been why I was just going after Specter to begin with, because I was still worried. But he's not really, like, all those int downs on him, he's not going to be able to do much. He's not going to be able to do much. Love to see it. So anyway, I mean, I guess that's pretty well in hand. And then all those that was one thing I was doing. All those int ups, I need to be sure of when they're coming, if it's becoming before their turn or after their turn. I need to also be very, very mindful of that in the next battle. But man, they slap. Stitch slaps. Okay, so next. All right, so here what I was trying to do was, we're going to go first. We are going to try to neuter Specter. I had fun just doing that because Specter's just really been like a pain to everyone. And so it was like when there used to be an old school combination of Lobo and Deathstroke. And then when I was able to actually finally beat that consistently, I just loved doing it because I was just like, it was like, I felt like the bully kept bullying me, and then one day, like in A Christmas Story, I snap and then just rock the bully. That's what it felt like I was doing whenever I would face that. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm taking Specter's face and I'm rubbing it into the mud right now, saying, eat the dirt. Eat the dirt. You've been punishing me for like years. I'm going to put your face in the mud right now. Anyway, sorry, that's way too personal. I get way too emotional about this. Anyway, we got Shazam, who's there to be our taunter. We got the question in to hopefully get call assist on everybody because they're all heroes there. And then Martian Manhunter to increase our speed. So let's just go ahead and get to it. That's way too emotional about Specter, man. Like that's, I mean, oof. Is that me? Do I need to seek therapy? You know what I'm saying? Like, to be so, like, just angered by a mobile game. The more I talk about it, the worse I feel about myself. Oh, maybe I need to start going out and finding friends. All right, so anyway, I don't know why I opened up. Oh, no, I didn't open up with the A1. That was from the call assist from question, which and Martian Manhunter didn't get the call assist because he was invisible at the time. Stun, Black Flash, and now we can see, well, he's going to do, he removed, and it was so funny, it felt like he knew that he wouldn't be able to do much. He's removing the taunt and the damage immunity from Shazam. This is still L2, so she's still doing that work on L2. Love to see it. That was kind of short work, right? That was kind of short work, right? And let's go ahead and get rid of Black Flash. Crack him in the face. Boom. Love to see it. All right, on to the next battle. So now this is me actually, and I'm going to do a video about Siege because I struggle through Siege. I hate this, but so I'm basically going to use Stitch to neuter Black Adam and Etrigan. Then we have Superman there to deal with Cassandra Cain and Azrael, and then we have Peacemaker to kind of clean up any damage that may be necessary on Etrigan or Black Adam. So let's go ahead. And then we have Vandal Savage there because he's a bonus stone, and I can make him work in that combination. There's no like real specific reason. At minimum, I could just keep death immunity on him and keep him alive so I can try to 3-star it. That is not what happened. Spoiler alert. Which is why I'm going to try to do a Siege video after this just so I can like talk myself through it and like go through my R&D process. So yeah, this effectively slows down Azrael because now he has buff immunity. See what happened? See what happened? Slows down Azrael because he has buff immunity on him now. Now he can't ramp up all those strength ups. You have all that intelligence down on Black Adam, so guess what he can't do? He can't smack, like, he can't knock the crap out of you because he just can't get the damage up. So, yeah. And this is where, you know, and if I had that, see that medium over, that overheal doing absolutely nothing. If I had the A3 ready, I would have just used the A3 again. That would have just been that. Go ahead and keep that taunt on me. Hopefully stun Etrigan here in a bit. We can go ahead and put some int downs on him, make him not as effective. But would have loved to have seen an A3 go on him. Oh, kill Cassandra Cain, and now one of us falls. Oh no, didn't. So those extra int ups on her, him, them. See, I knew I was gonna mess it up at least once. Kept them from falling. So in any case, the next one is we have Enchantress, damage immunity to protect us from the Atrocitus team. Then we have Stargirl there to remove the strength ups from Supergirl and give her strength down. Same thing for Superboy Connor Kent, or for Don't Call Me Superboy Connor Kent. And then you have Tara there to protect us from any kind of enrage or anything like that. Now here's the other thing too. Let's go ahead and just press play. So in this scenario, using Stitch is more about the buff immunity. I can kind of slow down the ability for Supergirl and Connor Kent to buff with that ability. The only problem is that I should have accounted for getting the debuff immunity off of them first. And I did do that with Wonder Girl. I think that might be the last video that I have. But essentially, I can just put down more strength downs, more strength down, more strength downs. Now I have the buff immunity up, and then it becomes kind of easy. Because here's the thing, those intelligence downs don't just like stop special damage toons from doing damage. It also makes Stitch inherently stronger because they are special damage, and if there's int downs on the opposing team, that means that Stitch is going to hit them harder. So it does help a lot. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, is this an L3? Might be an L3 where I just keep just spam the A3 the entire time. Oh, yep, we got our damage immunity back up. Do what you want to. Do what you want to. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, Connor. Yep, this is L3 Stitch right now. Does not matter, Connor. Does not matter. We got you covered. So, Stitch, to me, awesome utility toon, awesome at putting down those debuffs and running great with special damage teams. So yeah, here's that other one. Before I go ahead and end the video. So great to run with special damage teams, but also great to run against special damage teams. Like on that side right there, you see Specter and Black Adam. So perfect situation to bring in Stitch. Stitch also, to me, is relatively plug and play. I think you need to put some defense around them just for protection's sake, but they also start with 2 awareness. So as long as you don't have a red toon such as a Lady Shiva or a Peacemaker that punch under awareness, you can kind of get away with not exactly having to worry about keeping them alive in the very beginning. But awesome utility toon. Only thing I would wish for is that the heal was a little bit stronger. That's it. But I mean, we'll see. If I ring that out, then maybe it is a bit better, but I guess I'm asking for too much. But in any case, let's go ahead and get into this. Thank you guys for watching. I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So please like, please subscribe. If you don't like it, subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Buy me a coffee. Help support the channel. All right, so we have Wally West here to give us all turn meter up so we can go first. We have Wonder Girl there to remove the debuff immunities from the opposing team. And then we have Stitch there to basically make all of their attacks meaningless. Love to see it. So yeah, and that was one of the videos where it was like, oh, so he's gonna open up with his A2 because he can't do anything. Feels like they be cheating, bruh. Game be cheating. You know you always open up with your A3. You know you always open up with your A3. This time you're gonna open up with it. Don't worry, Stitch is L3, so you can keep getting this. See, 427 in damage. 427. That's hilarious. You can keep getting these int downs, bruh. Keep getting them. Keep getting them. Take that. Take that. Absolutely love it. And this is the funny thing, I'm like looking for Specter teams now. I'm like hunting them. I want to go against Specter teams now so we can catch this L. In any case, thank you guys for watching all the way through. Please like, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. I was trying to end it on that note, but I mistimed it, Maybe I should have checked the time. But, so Wally gets to finish it off. See you guys next time.